YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to break down Sunday Night Football for you guys here. The entire slate, the best players we want to pay up for, who we want to captain, some stack things, and some other rules that we'll talk about. Of course, some of the cheaper guys, some of the salary relief that you want to look at when you're looking at this Ravens-Bills Sunday Night Slate. What a game, too, to start off week one. Sunday Night Football. Ravens going on the road to Buffalo. Should be a great one. Potential preview of the AFC Championship. I know the Chiefs and the Bengals probably have something to say about that, but should be a good one. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you enjoyed this content on my channel. I posted all my week one videos, so make sure you check all those out if you're seeing this video early. We're doing this every single week, trying to grow this channel here. I used to do videos on my Madden channel. Of course, I'm a professional Madden player as well, but I did want to separate them, have some fantasy football videos as well. So make sure you subscribe. Let's try to grow this thing. Check out the Patreon and the link in the description below as well. All right, let's jump into it here. We'll start with the Ravens side, of course. Not much to say about the man, Lamar Jackson. Now, the question is, who do you prefer, Lamar or Josh Allen? It's really like a toss-up. I mean, every time you get these two quarterbacks, like I never can decide. I don't know. I mean, maybe I go Josh Allen because he's at home, but I really can't decide. What are the price difference here? $200 price difference. Like, there ain't much. It's a real toss-up between these two. I don't know. I'm trying to play both if I can. Derrick Henry, of course, who had a phenomenal season last year, ran for 2,000 yards for the Ravens. This dude just gets it done. Doesn't matter how old he gets. Age doesn't matter. This guy gets it done. 21 touchdowns as well. I expect him and Lamar to be dominant this year, again, with that rushing attack. As usual, I think I definitely prefer paying for Lamar here. Now, FanDuel might be a different story. I might look a little bit more at Derrick Henry, but on DraftKings, I'm trying to get Lamar over Henry if I can, but both these guys are great plays. As it gets a little bit closer, make sure you check out my cheat sheet that I will have on my Patreon for Sunday Night Football alone. So I'll have I'll really dial it in on who I'm going to be playing for different categories. Zay Flowers should be the most reliable target here for Lamar Jackson. Good year last year, a bunch of catches, good yardage. The touchdowns are not usually there because he kind of is a low A-dot receiver. Likes to play underneath, get these underneath drags and slants and things of that nature. So not really a major upside with Zay Flowers, but a very safe source of projection here. If you're playing smaller field, you're playing cash games, Zay Flowers is a great play. I definitely prefer him on DraftKings compared to FanDuel as well. You got Mark Andrews. Now, coming into the season, I'm a little bit bearish on Mark Andrews, but Isaiah likely was ruled out, so you know Mark Andrews will be out there a bunch. I think that's going to open up a little bit of Charlie Kolar, who we'll get to for some value. But yeah, Mark Andrews, absolute stud in this matchup here against Buffalo. You know, Buffalo's defense is good, but they have a lot of like these older players back there that trying to defend them. Like they just brought back Jordan Poyer, who's a little bit older, a little bit slower. He might be able to guard Andrews decently. They got some linebackers out there, but I'm not too worried about it. I think Andrews can eat here at only $7K. I love this price tag. I like him on both sites as well. Rashad Bateman, one of my favorite GPP plays on this slate. I don't know if he'll necessarily fit in like a cash game or a smaller field build, but large field I definitely will include him because we know Rashad Bateman has that speed. Like he can break these big upside type plays, you know, a deep post over the top, a streak. Bateman has that slate breaking upside, and I want to try to get him in some captain lineups if I'm playing a bunch of lineups as well. Tyler Loop does replace Justin Tucker as the kicker. Two kickers are always a safe source of value on the road against Buffalo in his first game. A little bit hesitant here before I roster him a lot. Want to see if this guy is legit. From all reports, indications are that he is legit. So, of course, he's a great source of value. But I think for tournaments, I'll probably just stay away a little bit. I think the defenses are a tough spot here. These two offenses are just absolutely loaded. So I think I'm going to avoid defenses for the most part. Everyone's kind of sleeping on DeAndre Hopkins. I still think he can produce in this offense. Even as like the third receiver, he might even be a little bit better than Rashad Bateman as far as volume and safety goes. So I don't mind Hopkins at 4,200. I think the price tag is pretty reasonable in tournaments. I don't know if he's necessarily a cash game play, but I definitely think he makes your player pool in tournaments for sure. And you have Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell. I know that the coaching staff really trusts Justice Hill, on third downs, in pass blocking, and he'll probably get a few carries here and there, and I think he's great. I definitely prefer him on DraftKings than FanDuel. And Keaton Mitchell, like, how do you not give this guy some carries? This dude's just so explosive. I know he was banged up last year, or didn't even play much at all last year, came back in week 10. He looked good in the preseason, though. He looked fresh. He looked like his athletic ability came back. I don't know how you don't give Keaton Mitchell some carries. So I think I prefer Justice Hill here in week 1. I think as the season goes on, you might see more Keaton Mitchell, but Justice Hill is a nice source of value here on DraftKings. Then we got our man Charlie Kolar. Of course, I told you Isaiah likely is ruled out. The Ravens love their 2 tight end sets. I expect Kolar to be out there a bunch. I don't know how many targets he'll get. Obviously Mark Andrews is the pass catcher there, but I think Kolar, he is like capable. He's definitely capable. Reminds me like a Noah Gray situation on the Chiefs. So he's definitely playable, definitely capable here at only 1,600. Great price tag there. You got LeJontay Wester, who's going to be the kick returner. Tylan Wallace, more of a special teams player, so I don't have too much interest here. You also have Devontae Walker, who was a rookie last year. So these guys might rotate in and out for some snaps, but really nothing excites me. I'd rather definitely prefer Kolar here, Hill, and Mitchell as my values. And then you got Mitchell Patton, who might get some snaps because Isaiah Likely's out, but it's very thin to play him at $200 there. This is a quick timeout to let you guys know that I've been a pro DFS player for over 5 years and have over $100,000 in career winnings. And now I'm giving away all my secrets, which you can check out at patreon.com/tdavisbrand. The link is also in the description below. It's going to give you a cheat sheet for every major slate of the NFL season. So Thursday Night Football, Sunday main slate, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, all the major slates, whether it be Showdown or the regular classic slates, you'll have access to my cheat sheet, as well as access to my private Discord where you can ask me anything fantasy football related. And I also have a NFL DFS ebook, How to Win at Daily Fantasy Football. It goes over every strategy you would want to win some cold hard cash this upcoming NFL season. We talk about things like bankroll management, contest selection, how to win GPPs, cash games, etc. So you can check that out at my Patreon shop as well. Then we go to the Buffalo side. Of course, Josh Allen, like I said, we don't need to discuss him. Dude's a stud. Get him in there. Cash games, small field, as much as you can. Try to get him in your flex if you're playing some of these other captains. Dude's a stud. James Cook, they did sign to that contract, and I've been trying to draft James Cook a bunch in season long and in best ball. This dude does it all when it comes to running the ball, catching the ball in the backfield. Josh Allen trusts him. The offense trusts him. 21 touchdowns last year. I expect him to be very productive once again this season. I know that Ray Davis is in his second year. They got Ty Johnson, Franco on the practice squad, but James Cook is a guy. He's a stud. One of my favorite tournament options at the captain spot. Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and Josh Palmer I expect to be the main three receiver sets for the Bills. They did put Gabe Davis on the practice squad. They have Elijah Moore, Curtis Samuel, Tyrell Shavers, who will, rotate in and out for some snaps. I actually really love Josh Palmer at this price tag, $5,400. I think Shakir is by far the safest. At $7,600, he's going to operate in that slot. Josh Allen trusts this guy. A lot of low A-dot stuff. He's going to get a lot of catches probably. But if you're looking for upside, I kind of like Josh Palmer. I feel like he could be a big touchdown threat. I feel like Josh Palmer could be like a Steph Diggs was to them in the past. Not probably as good as Steph Diggs, but definitely can be good. Kind of a wait-and-see approach here with Coleman and Palmer. I'd probably set a rule where I max 2 of Shakir, Coleman, and Palmer. I probably don't want to play all 3 of these guys together in any lineups. I think 2 of them is okay, especially if you're rocking like a Josh Allen captain. Keon Coleman, I would expect him to take a big leap here in year 2. He's the guy I'm monitoring the most and excited for the most. I just don't know if week 1 is the spot. That's why I kind of lean Josh Palmer for the $1,200 discount. But obviously both these guys are in play. Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox. I'm probably setting a rule here where I max one of them. Of course, Kincaid is the premier option here. Better pass catcher. But Dawson Knox is definitely capable. I'd include him in my player pool if I'm playing a bunch of lineups. But Kincaid is the guy I want. Price tags are a little bit tough where you can't play them both. And they're just a little bit priced higher than I'd like overall. So like I said, I would set a rule where I max one there. The Bills defense I mentioned, I'm kind of avoiding these defenses here. This is just 2 good offenses going at it. Tyler Bass is out, so it's going to be Matt Prater kicking. He has a big leg. I'm fine with Matt Prater here. $4,800 I think is a decent source of value. I wish he was a little bit cheaper, but definitely a nice source of value. You got Elijah Moore, you got Curtis Samuel, you got Tyrell Shavers. Not sure Shavers will be active. I do expect Samuel to be active and probably Elijah Moore. Monitor that for sure as we head to game time. I would set a rule probably there where I'm maxing one of Moore, Samuels, and Shavers. I don't want to play all these guys together. They just really all eat into each other's upside because they're going to have limited snaps. There's no way they can all get there. Ray Davis, Ty Johnson. It's yet to be determined on who will be that backup running back. Whoever it is should get some carries here. I think Ray Davis has some goal line upside as well. Ty Johnson could also, depending on injuries, these guys could be valuable late in the season. I'm probably avoiding it for the most part on this slate. If you do want to include them in your player pool, I would definitely set a rule there where I max one of Davis and Johnson. And I think that's about it there. I think my value plays for sure are on the Ravens side more with guys like Charlie Kolar, even Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell. Those would be the guys I'm looking at if I'm really going to the bottom of the basement value. But I think DeAndre Hopkins is fine. I think the kickers are fine. I think Rashad Bateman's a good price here. And I think Josh Palmer is a great price here for the Bills. So, and of course, you try to get your studs, Allen, Cook, Lamar. Those would be the main guys I'm paying up for. If I can get Henry in there, I will. I think Mark Andrews is pretty solid. I definitely think that's kind of how I look at it. I'm trying to get either Lamar or Josh Allen at captain in my cash games. I'm trying to get maybe, both quarterbacks. I'm trying to get maybe one other stud, and then I look for some of those mid-range values like I mentioned. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out the Patreon for the full cheat sheet breakdown, as well as my How to Win DFS ebook. Appreciate you guys, man. We'll be back for our Monday Night Football video. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give this video a like. I appreciate it so much, as well as subscribe to the channel here on YouTube so you can check out all the videos that I have to offer.